Toxic, we're live.
We are not live. We are recording.
I was like, fuck you with that. All right, episode 6 of Reacher is called Smoke on the Water, a famous song. That's awesome. Dance, 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 dance,
Oh,
dance.
on the water.
I'm not sure why this. Well, actually, no, I know why. Actually, after watching this episode, why it's called Smoke on the Water. It's like
Duh.
the title tells you what's going to happen. Yeah, quick recap the whole like previously on Reacher. McCabe's a piece of shit. He's Quinn. Cut off this poor kid's ear because he's an asshole. And the stupid maid there's giving out our details of our business. All right. Yeah. He killed her dead with one hit. Bitch smack Reacher as well. But here's Quinn. Here's McCabe also. No, it's Quinn. And so Reacher's going into there thinking, hey, I may not make it out, but the bottom line is this time, I'm not going to miss. Or actually, he won't miss, but he'll just actually kill him this time. Because he didn't miss the first time. He just didn't finish the job. But Reacher, are you waiting for this moment? He goes, yes. I've been waiting for this moment for some time. But yeah, boy, friggin' McCabe there, Quinn, he's no problem. This episode, he talks down to Beck so disrespectfully, it's almost comical. I mean, holy shit, man.
This is kind of real quick. This is kind of a trope that Lee Child does with a lot of his books. There's at least 3 different stories I can think of off the top of my head, including this one, where they have a bad guy that's beholden upon a bigger bad guy that's beholden upon a bigger bad guy. He literally does this exact same trope in Nothing to Lose, which is a much better story, and it's the one that I thought he was gonna. I thought that's the one that they were gonna do for this season, and they wound up doing Persuader instead.
Yeah,
but in a way, they did do it because it's the same. It's basically the same story.
Well, he's definitely like most writers and authors, he's got a style. Yeah, but friggin' Beck, man, nobody can be that fucking stupid. And friggin' if he recognizes Reacher, he's dead. He's like, yeah, say it, Beck. Say it. I want to hear it, Beck. I want to hear it. He's like, no one can be that stupid except me. I know. But the situation been contained, sir. Okay. He's like, thing is, this ATF agent, she's gathering intel on you. He's like, you'll go to prison. Also, you're weak, Beck. You're a pussy. I know you take me now with you. I should kill you right here and now. But I do need you because as buyers, they know you. All right. So you get to live another day. And
so real quick, I'm a little confused. So the French chick was an agent or she was an informant for the ATF?
They didn't make that clear, did they? They said she was working.
Because I assumed she was an informant.
That's what I thought too.
And now they keep saying agent.
Maybe we should pay attention to that detail.
Well, details matter, Blue Collar.
I know.
Details matter.
But Duffy and Billy they're watching. They see they're bringing a dress in. So she's like, yeah, this dress, it must be for Teresa. And it says Aveline on it. Okay. But the only thing, so, all right, back to McCabe and these guys. Damn, Beck, you're a fucking moron. The only smart thing you've done the past few weeks is hire this guy. You know, this new guy is definitely not setting you up the entire time. What? Because he says, Reacher, man, he outed Angel because Angel was definitely against you, not Reacher. And he got the laptop back. Reacher right there, hands on fucking trigger, ready to take care of Quinn / McCabe. But what's your name again? Reacher. So he doesn't recognize him. Small detail, I'm not sure if you caught this, but a second rewatch, zooming in, look above his you see the scar right there on his fuckboy's eyebrow?
So did you also catch the fact that Quinn / McCabe, I love the fact that he's an Asian dude with 2 Irish names. So Quinn / McCabe tells Beck, I ought to shoot you in the head and dump you into the ocean, which is exactly what Reacher did to him.
Wow, I just don't, you're fucking right. God damn it. Nice, man.
Details matter.
Yeah, but sometimes a show can be whatever, but that kind of writing is good writing, man. I mean, so far this season, even the naysayers, a lot of people have been praising this season over season 2, and just small things like that, man. But as Duffy's saying, so the retrograde amnesia wasn't bullshit. Obviously, he doesn't recognize Reacher. Okay, and Reacher's like shit. Well, he's like, I noticed that dress right there. You like that dress? You see what I'm putting in it, and Reacher just being sly. Well, obviously Teresa's not here, and he says that, man, I wouldn't think a guy like you is busy. You wouldn't have a relationship, and yeah, it's not for me. Some secretary this asshole hired, and she heard something she shouldn't have. And like you said, Toxic before. Okay, what reason would they have? What's going to be the reason? Obviously, she's still alive for.
Yeah, are you happy with that or no?
I can in the criminal underworld, I can go with it. I mean, I
think it's okay. I think it's not. I think it's not great. Um, considering how many other people they just like straight up
Yeah,
murk out, like if they are in any way an inconvenience or a threat. But it's not bad. I mean, and what we see later with the Russian and how he's sort of, Quinn is beholden upon the Russian. I can kind of see him wanting to save face and give him like a little
yeah,
treat, but then
yeah.
again, the amount of effort and time it takes to keep this chick as like a hostage when they could literally get any chick human
Mhm,
trafficked and I don't know, man. They'd have to like what makes this chick so special that the Russian's gonna
yeah.
cream his jeans over her?
Um,
It's a stretch. I mean, but it
yeah.
does at least answer it. It
Well, you
at
can
least does that.
It does that. Plus, I mean, right now, because what we find out during this episode, Quinn is so scared of these guys and there's so much going on. He doesn't want to hire new people. It's like he said, I would have killed her already, but instead of killing her, we'll lock her away. And she actually serves a purpose. And they're just using her as just basically like, free pussy. But like, you can understand the fact that right now, with everything going on, why go out and get another redhead when you got a redhead right here? It just makes it easier.
Yeah, I get
Uh,
I mean, it's fine. It's not the
yeah.
worst. I was curious what you were gonna say about it because I mean, yeah, I bitched about that little thing, and I think you agreed with me, and I was like, "Well, why are they murking all these other potential threats, but they're keeping this one dumb slut
Yeah.
alive?" But I guess this is the reason. Okay, I will allow it.
Sorry. Yeah, so the Russians are here, and my boy, he's like, "Well, okay, Reacher, they're here. Just do me a favor, sit behind me and just look scary." And they're honking, honking. That fucking horn would piss me off.
Dude,
Oh,
that
like
horn was he's like
fucking.
the dude's like,
Oh,
"Oh, we made stop honking horn. We made points." Bitch,
yeah,
you know what I said out loud to him? I'm like, "Bitch, you made the point 10 minutes ago."
yeah.
The fuck, dude? Why? That was so stupid.
Fucking Russian. Because Russians are assholes, right? It's always the
These
fucking Russians.
Russians, they are no good, blue collar. I don't like them.
Fucking Russians. Goddamn, they're always the
He's
bad guys.
always the Russian. He's the problem.
Yeah, but they put some guns to the trunk in here. Here's your bag. It's only interest, not principal. And just, I'm aware tit for tat. They're just saying, basically, hey, you promised me the deal. What's going on? All I want's a couple more days. And okay, we have it all sitting in Russia. Whatever he says, give a man a fingernail. You take his forearm. He's like, yeah, his fingernail, and
Flawless Russian, blue collar, flawless.
good enough. Yeah, exactly. He's like, but don't worry, buddy. You get your money. He's like, don't worry about that. And he's like, me, I'm not the one who should be worried. Fucking Russians. Yeah. And Quinn's like, looks at Reacher and Paulie, get Beck the fuck out of my sight because Beck is just worthless. I hate him. Hate his guts. But it's right here. I can't afford any more mistakes or surprise like the maid. Do me a favor. I have a guy in Arlington, because of course he does, which I'm not sure because he lost his memory, but he still has guys in Arlington. All right. And do some research because anybody who's been checking in on this operation needs to know about it. And leave no stone unturned. Check underneath all the rocks. Dun dun dun. Now, Reacher and Beck are driving away and basically breaks down that, listen, I like this, like the way he said that. Is that a euphemism for kidnapping Richard and taking over your business? But Reacher calls him out on his bullshit because he goes, bottom line is, dude, you think you were some kind of squeaky clean guy that was just trying to get some favors by being a rug salesman, but the bottom line is you were fucking running guns, and somebody, higher than you and more ruthless than you, they took over your operation.
I mean, that's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
I still like this. But still, Richson, we'll keep saying every episode, man, his Reacher timing and the way he says shit, I just fucking bust out laughing because he's basically saying that you should tell your kid the truth and everything, but he got hurt in the process. Reacher, okay, well, so what would you have done? Not been a gun runner. The fucking look at his face too, like that's a way to take care of the situation. Yeah, fucking good for you, man. But he basically says that, okay, so McCabe is scared right now. What happens if he doesn't get the Russians their money? They're gonna kill him, no problem. And he's like, and if McCabe kills them, they'll just send two more guys and just cut off two in the head, and two more grow into place. But yeah, even though he knows that the ATF is looking into his operation, McCabe is so scared, or Quinn's so scared that he said, "Fuck it." He's more afraid of the Russians than the ATF right now.
Right. Well, I
And
mean, you'll go to prison with the feds, but the Russians will like
yeah,
literally like saw off pieces of you and feed them to you.
yep. And of course, but McCabe, man, you got to be careful because when he gets nervous, bad things happen to people like you and me. He's like, well, maybe just you. He seems like me.
This is I
You piece of shit.
if I can just point out, and I'm so glad that uh, Luke and a few other people have begun to read some of the books because I in the books, he does Reacher does get off a couple funny lines every now and then,
Yeah.
but it's mostly just kinda sarcastic shit. It's mostly just like, "Oh, good line," burn. But Richardson's ability to turn shit into, like, sassy or smarmy and just
Yeah.
fucking funny, his ability to be this hulking monster that you would be terrified of, but also be charming and hilarious is I mean, like I said, I'm so glad I never saw the Thad Castle,
Mhm.
Blue Mountain State shit or whatever. I mean, I'm sure it's very good. When Reacher's done, I'll watch it, but
Yeah.
I don't want it souring my picture of Reacher. But that being said, I'm aware that he's extremely funny and has great timing, and he
Yeah.
sure shows it off. He gets to really do a lot with it in this show.
Yeah,
And
and,
I'm here for it all day.
dare I say this is part of, like, besides Schwarzenegger back in the '80s being this big hulking mass, people tend to forget, and Arnold, number 1, has great fucking comedic timing. And Arnold has a certain charm to him that Alan Ritchson has the same way. It's like technically, and Ritchson's even bigger than Arnold, but he has this just way about him. And that's the thing with comedy. Comedy is always funny where it's not this slapstick bullshit humor. It's dry, sarcastic, just tones, and
Yeah,
it's so matter of fact. Like, don't worry, I'm fine. I mean, he's not going to kill me. He's just going to kill you,
yeah,
dude.
seems like me. Yeah,
Yeah. But Duffy and Billy here, so they go to the shop and hey, we need to find this dress. Shop owner says he never seen the redhead, but got her measurements. And boy, he's like, she's like, why green dress for with the redhead? He goes, man, remember that one movie and Anne Margaret was dancing around? He's like, he just like, it just had an impression on me. And just anyway,
yeah,
she's
cringy,
like, yeah.
cringy.
But smart though, they paid in cash and the phone number, probably a burner, but hey, it's all we got right now. At one point, Billy's like, yeah, you're starting to sound like Reacher too. Spend too much time with Reacher. You guys don't like him.
Yeah.
But Reacher McCabe come back, or is it McCabe? Wow, Becker come back and pulls out his phone. He makes a phone call and he sees his poor kid out there. Just man, I should probably end it. He's like, if you jump, he's like, who cares if I jump? I'm just one more fucking body in the ocean. And he's like, yeah. To be fair, listen, your dad ain't the best out there, but your McCabe is he's one polluting the Atlantic. Your dad's got problems and stuff, but and
Do you
good on
think the kid was
Reacher.
actually considering offing himself?
It probably wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
After everything he's fucking been through, it's because it is kind of we talked about this before, where yes, compared to like a lot of people, he's living a pretty good life. But then again, the guy is almost fucking on 23-hour lockdown. His only wreck is going out to the town to get some ice cream, and then he's right back to being on the house 24 fucking 7. It's like
Yeah.
he's living a good life in a sense, but Jesus Christ, he's got no friends. He's not obviously not getting laid. I mean, the guy's not going to see movies. His whole life is in this compound.
Yeah.
It's like, so he's probably just like, shit. But Reacher's like, you know what, man? Let's go back to town, get the fucking the epoxy to fix your toy gun. You bought it for your father. Okay. And of course, we know that Reacher, he's trying to get an excuse to get off the compound to go fucking talk to Duffy. I thought it was pretty cool in the background. You know what, man? The whole New Hampshire main area, lobster extravaganza coming out. Fucking lobsters, yeah. Doing fucking the
Well, I
plates.
really love I love the small town atmosphere, the mom and pop shops. Like literally I could look out my window right now
Yeah.
and show you like I'm on the same exact street like right now. So, like literally.
love them,
So,
love them small towns. But yeah, and of course, so he meets Duffy because Duffy's got to give her something. You're fucking bad, you idiot. That you could have got me killed. Also, one thing, I'm not sure where Reacher had this badge on again. At some point, he probably took it back out of his bedroom. But good thing, meeting Quinn slash McKay, they didn't pat him down. Because what if it
right?
was, I was about to think, what if it was in his pocket or something? But yeah, here you go, Duffy, here's your damn badge. And okay. Well, and he just talks about Beck and the operation. He knows McCabe, what's going on, and they hear about Teresa trying to get some other guys, the guys outside Bazaar, to trying to just figure out what the fuck to do. But she basically says she's getting all like, damn, thanks for not fucking killing Quinn. I know you could have, but and you need to stay on his good side long enough to take Teresa and save her. But thank you for what? He's like, she's like, you didn't kill McCabe. Wasn't the time. And out of nowhere, just like, well, I'm gonna kill him eventually. Then she kisses him. Of course she does. She's
Dude, and she like okay, so I think it's time to address something here. Duffy is the worst fucking person in law enforcement. Dude, she is terrible at her job.
yeah, she
She
is.
is terrible. Imagine if this was reversed
Mm,
and he's like, "Oh, I just gotta kiss you right now." Like,
mhm.
dude, what? I lost my badge. I'm about to get killed by these guys. Can you save me? I know you said come alone, but I brought my partner. It
Yeah.
was a guy you supposedly killed. Hopefully that's not a big deal, is it? Dude, she is fucking terror. She is a terrible cop.
But
She sucks.
but it's like, but, Rita there, you want not killing Teresa. Now I'm all fucking hot and bothered and kisses on me, and she's
I
like,
mean, I feel like Richardson just kind of seals the deal. Like, he walks up in his swimming trunks on that first night. She's like, "Oh my god,
"Uh-huh."
fuck me! Look at this butte right here."
What the fuck? She pushed him away. She's like, "What the shit?" He's like, "Wait, what do you mean?" She's like, "This
Yeah,
this is not yeah, you fucking cocksucker. This is not happening twice." And he's like, I didn't know
uh,
I didn't even know it was gonna happen
you
once."
kissed me, you psycho.
The look in his fucking face that was like, "I didn't know it was gonna happen at all. What are you talking about, you crazy bitch?" And she's like, "No, no, no, Ray Richie, you cocksucker. I'm not getting involved with it. Someone who I work with." He's like, but for the record, you kissed me, lady."
Yeah.
Richard, just bang her. Get out the fucking yeah. And that was for the first and last time there, buddy. Like you're doing him a favor because you're just like he can't be slaying better pussy than you. It's fucking a. Uh, but fucking Billy Newbear pops up and how you doing here? Yeah, good to see you too, asshole. No, what are you doing here? I asked to see Duffy. Duffy by herself. Why? What's going on? Why is it a big deal I'm here for? Hey, Reacher, ain't that the cop you killed? It's like that's why you morons. Dun dun dun. Yeah, to say the least, Duffy and Villeneuve are not the best EA agents.
No.
Christ. Poor Reacher. It's like you wonder why they have him for. Yeah, but Reacher. So obviously he's driving, telling him what's going on. Whole kidnap was a fake, and yep, I kind of a funny scene. Reacher's unlocking the car, locks it, unlocking the car, locks it, unlocking the car, and get the fucking car, man. But yeah, he breaks it down. Sorry for kidnap for lying about everything, but the bottom line is, it's just breaks down. The DEA, we're trying to find this missing girl, and that's it. But he's like, I couldn't believe my dad. My dad would do this stuff willingly, but hey, bottom line is, it happened. Also, McCabe, I'm gonna kill McCabe. So where does it leave me, and my dad? You gonna send him to prison? Of course not. Your dad is definitely a stand-up guy. After this is all
No,
over,
yeah, it's totally gonna be fine. Don't
he just I'm like, kid, I know you're younger and you're kind of naive, but your dad, whether McCabe was there or wasn't there, your dad's running guns. I guess he doesn't know it, but what? Yeah, I mean, because from his aspect, he still thinks his dad was just doing a rug business, and if fucking McCabe took over, he doesn't know about the whole drug or not the drugs, the guns, which is also why Reacher's like, you really should be telling your kid the fucking truth because he thinks you're a saint and you're not. But anyway. And as Reacher says, "Well, he's already in prison. Honestly, so aren't you." And all right, "Can I trust you? You have no choice." And he goes, I like the way he says, like, "Listen, kid, don't over fucking play your hand. I don't like you that much." And he doesn't. We're back here, and Becca's talking to was it Agnes here, the main chick, and oh, that poor maid. She had got up and walked away, left all of her stuff, middle of the night. Now, definitely, Paul didn't kill her in one hit. It's just such a tragedy the way that maid just left and didn't tell anybody.
yeah, no, totally fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally left on our own.
Yeah, yeah. So why don't you go upstairs and just take a look around and friggin' so they got some tuxedos because his birthday's coming up and half the town's gonna be there. And so what's going on in town? All those guys were there again. Reacher took care of it as he always does, Dad. And I thought this was pretty funny. Funny. I remember you being in the delivery room. Wait, what do you mean? He's like, you weren't there in the delivery room when Richard was born. He's like, but if you keep fucking acting like his father again, protecting him. I can handle it. No, you can't.
No, you can't, and can't handle much, and it wouldn't matter because that's what you pay Reacher to do, and I don't know why you're coming at me like this, you fucking weirdo, and then he doubles down on it. "Oh, your job is to protect us, huh? Looking out for us? Well, the last couple of guys that had that job died, and they caught some bullets." Like,
Yeah.
dude, and he's giving this little smug smirk, like, "Dude, you're literally on borrowed time right now. Like,
Especially
what are you smug smirking about, bro?"
he says Reacher too. He's like, I wonder when your bullets are coming. Like, you do understand the fact yeah, you fucking boy. I'm
Dude,
actually
you are not in a position to be acting this way.
you should be on your fucking knees blowing Reacher right about now.
Facts, like,
Jesus
seriously.
Christ, man. All right, now we cut to some reasons. So Rock Creek, Virginia. What's going on here? And there's some guy outside. Hey, there's a problem with the
Point out
water.
right now I point out right now, if this kid had fucking lived on post like a normal soldier instead of trying to live off post, so he could have his homo visits and shit, none of this would have been possible because these guys could not have gotten onto the base trying to fucking kill him. So all you had to do. So if you're in the military, live on post so you don't have to have assassins come visit you.
Yeah, or just don't be friends with Reacher, too.
Yeah, well,
yeah. I'm sorry, son. This definitely isn't set up. Don't try anything smart. Man, as soon as they walk in, they fucking kill the old man, no problem. Jesus Christ. You okay, Mr. Abernathy? Nah, he's had better days. He's dead. But
that was pretty fun. That was pretty funny. That's kind of like me as a hitman. I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I was like, God damn, guys, fucking shit's dark. But yeah, so we're looking into why were you looking at some Chicago stuff going on? And there's some plates, some license plates, and they're mentioning Chicago. And gee, I wonder who's in Chicago. And we see a gun holster right there, which I guess, if you're in that kind of work, you should have a gun on you at all times. If you're in PI work. But they send some hitman to visit Neely. But so far we are in episode 6, like you said. I mean, she's only been in 5 minutes in 6 episodes, but Neely gets to get some more airtime.
I mean, which is fine, except for the fact that she's not in this book.
Yeah, you said they have to have
Neely is not in this book, so she's being shoehorned in.
Yeah. Well, I did like the fact that it said Neely's bug, but she's in the office making some hot chocolate, as you do, and she just notices something's different. Like, who the hell's coming to the office right now and notices these guys have their silencers and they're about to fucking
suppressors.
Silence. What the hell's the difference?
Because silencers there's no such thing as a silencer.
No. Why do you say silencers for?
Because that's TV shit from like the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't silence a weapon, you can suppress it.
I see what Hollywood's done to me. But yeah, so she takes her coffee mug full of hot chocolate, bash the guy in the fucking head, and she's crawling away. But Neely's pretty smart on her toes because 2-on-1, they have guns, she doesn't. Takes her computer, turns on a printer as a good distraction, and it works. They go over to the printer.
Right. Okay. Here's my problem right here. So just here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to nitpick a little bit here. I don't have any particular problem with this action set piece. I think it's pretty good. I think Maria Sten playing Neely does a pretty serviceable job. I'm willing to overlook the fact that her character's not in this story in the printed page. It's okay. I know they're gearing her up to be in this one to keep continuity, and I guess she's getting her own show. I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with any of those things. Here's what I have a problem with. These two fucking supposedly pro hitman walk out of the elevator onto her floor. I mean, I'm assuming they had the weapons sheathed before that. I'm going to give them that benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
But so they walk out. How do they know that there is not other personnel in this building? If Neely is working where I assume she's working, which is the same place that I work at, most private investigators work in a law office, which it looks like that's what it's either a law office or an office completely, or maybe an insurance office. Sometimes PIs work for insurance companies too. That's true. But how do they know there's not they just walking with their weapons out free, just strolling in there looking for her? And how did they know how did they know she was the only person in the building so that they could do that? And even if she was in the building, how would they know she doesn't have the desk right at, like, if you get off the stairs in my building, in the law office I'm in, the very first stop is my office with my door literally open right now. So if you walked out with your gun drawn, you know what I mean? You'd be in a world of trouble. Like I'd see you right away. On top of that, are they just no masks, no nothing? So there's just no cameras anywhere. There's 4 cameras in my building, and I don't work in Chicago.
Well,
and so are you telling me there's no security at the front? They got all the way up the elevator. They're not worried about any kind of cameras, and they're not worried that anybody else was there. And these are supposedly professional hitmen.
I mean, the term hitman, there's hitman, there's professional hitmen. These are not the best hitmen.
I mean, they're good enough to have nice $1,100 semi-automatic handguns with what's probably equally priced suppressors on their weapons. I mean, those aren't easy to come by.
Yeah.
Outside of the movies and TV shows.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying that's my nitpicks with it. I do enjoy the rest of the set piece, and I thought she did fine. She's showing more of her psychopathic side. Although her walking around without her pistol on her is really weird. That's a weird, especially in Chicago. Even if you were a bus driver in Chicago, you should be walking around strapped all the time.
Well, I think the premise is, say this is 2:00 in the morning. She just went to go make some hot chocolate, and it wasn't her pistol isn't on her person. Like, it shows the holster's there on her desk, but not on her person at all times.
Yeah, well, let me ask you this. You've never worked in law enforcement or anything like that, but
No,
if you did and you were a PI and you worked in Chicago, would your pistol be on your hip at all times?
I don't know. I mean, that's what's it's not something because I don't work in law enforcement, so you would know that better than me.
Your weapon would be on you at all times.
Okay.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So they're chasing her. She has no problem sprinting. She's in great shape and decent sized chest. I appreciate her running in slow motion. But anyway,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, she's we went to the Steven Seagal, school of running. Her
mm,
running not great. I
yeah,
think it's because she's probably pretending to go fast when she's actually probably going slow because they're in an enclosed space, and she's, like, 6'3" or some crazy shit.
yeah,
So, that's probably it, but, I mean, it's whatever. But good recovery.
yeah,
She has a good, she gets a good
yeah,
two-hand hold. She clacks off a few rounds. She gets her, second magazine in. She makes sure to alert the authorities, contact Reacher. So yeah, no,
yeah.
I don't have a problem with any of this set piece really.
Yeah, the small things. I mean, you would notice more than me, but I did notice after she shoots one guy like 5, 6 times, second guy's hit, he runs away. The way she just reaches down and she fucking empties the cartridge, puts a new one in, she clacks it back, and that seemed authentic. I don't know.
It's not. Well, no, that's
Oh,
not right either. No,
oh,
because when you fight, I mean, when you fire a handgun empty, a
mm,
semi-automatic handgun, when you fire an handgun empty, the slide on top automatically locks back. So all you have to do is empty release the empty magazine,
mm,
put in a fresh magazine, and then you just push the forward assist, the slide release,
yeah,
and it slides right home on a fresh charge. So yeah, the pulling it back, that was an extra move that didn't need to be made, but whatever.
okay.
It's fine. It's TV. It's whatever.
Yeah, no, she texts the first guy. I did like right here though, even though this guy appears to be fucking dead, automatically what she do, kicks the pistol away.
Oh yeah, that's
Which
good
that
standard.
was
Yeah, that's
yeah.
good. That's good.
So and as you said, that's why I was glad thinking about you before recording. So is that a good stance? I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay.
That's good. Solid.
All right.
She's solid there.
Yeah. Now, about this poor kid there just whooping his fucking ass and
Yeah.
so you, Powell, it's like on license plate. What about the license plate? What the fuck are you talking about? I wouldn't track a license plate. All right. What's fucking Quinn do? Well, I've been here before. I know when a soldier isn't going to talk, which is you've had amnesia, dude. So how would you remember this shit? But
Well, it's
okay.
retrograde amnesia, so it's like
Oh,
really it's almost like I take it that it's almost like having dementia.
okay. But man, this it also showing what a sick fuck he is. I mean, like we did to the little black chick in episode 3. Forgot her name already, but remember?
Dominique.
Yeah, Dominique. But he's like, gut him from tongue to taint, let him bleed out. For Christ's sakes, dude, even a visual of that. He said tongue to taint. God damn. Oof. And of course, he's like, sir, he's like, see, look, read there. We got silencers. Even he says it.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that he knows any better. I mean, he may be
Yeah.
watching too many movies.
He's like, sir, we can just put a bullet in him. He's like, yeah, but where's the fun in that?
It's suppressors. You can take my word for it. It's suppressors.
Yeah, this asshole's still alive. And first thing what you do, kicks the fucking pistol away from him, which I thought was pretty neat. He's like, oh, please call 911. Yeah, she gets a fucking bowl, get some tricks
Her
for
and the
kids.
fucking sugary shit. Like, I mean, what is she going and throwing this stuff up after she eats it or something?
I mean,
Are we supposed to believe she's got a body like that?
it's all going to her tits. Come on. But please call 911. She's like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, I like
He's
that. It
like,
was just like, "Call me an ambulance." "All right, you're an ambulance." Wah, wah, wah,
he's
wah,
like,
wah,
but it was
wah.
just a job, nothing personal. She's like, it doesn't make it any better.
Yeah,
And she, of course she's like, listen, move. And he's like, huh? But move. She's like, don't make me do it for you. Because dude, you're blocking the milk.
yeah. Trying to eat my snacks.
I mean,
You interrupted my sugary,
yeah.
moment.
Yeah. So she pours some fucking cereal and she's eating it just like, So, do me a favor. I'll call you an ambulance, but first give me some information. Okay. And I'm not sure if you know about the book references, but so far in the show, Polis, I'm not sure what that is. I mean, what is
Costopulus.
Costopulus?
Costopulus.
Okay. But I'm looking at some guys, something Paulie. So she recognizes Paulie, which, working for Beck. But
Yep.
yeah, thing is, but after you and your friend were gonna find me, what'd you plan on doing to me anyway? And he's like, and she's like, yeah, I thought so. But what you do, calls Reacher, let's Reacher know. And of course, he's like, is that 911? She's like, shut up, I'm talking right now. It's like, yeah. But they mentioned that name again, and shit. All right, fine. And Reacher, he's like, yeah, our Neely, okay, shit's bad. I got to fucking my cover's been blown or not cover's been blown yet, but he goes, basically, I know that fuck, I did find Quinn, and Quinn's looking to anybody that is a part of my life. Wait, right there, like he says, all right, you're off the phone. Can you call me an ambulance? She's like, yeah, you're an ambulance. He's like, "Please, God, please." And she's like, "Okay, fine. You keep whining about it. Fine, I'll call you a fucking ambulance then." 911, yeah, I got a GSW, gunshot wound to abdomen, and a few other places as well. Okay, we'll be there in about 5 minutes. And she's like, "Listen, good news is the ambulance will be here in 5 minutes. You'll be okay. Except the problem is you'll be dead in 1 minute." I was like, "She's what a psychotic bitch," and I love her.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
So what's Reacher do? He calls the special investigators unit because trying to find Powell. Wade
I love all these
speaking.
Asians with fucking Irish names in this fucking show. So
Wade.
weird.
Yeah. But yeah, I talked to this pal ASAP, and he's like, okay, try calling him. Does he live on base? No, he does live on base because what asshole would live on base, right? Come on. Why should he be on base for?
If he was on base, those guys would have never gotten to him.
I still like the whole John Wick isms of this where and she's like, well, just curious, who's calling? He's like, this is retired Major Jack Reacher. She's like, oh. It's
Oh,
it's
the
him.
Baba Yaga. I
Yep.
know this name.
Yeah. But Pal does live
That's how
on
people talk about me. If you call an army base and you ask for Sergeant Kelly,
but
I
sir,
know him.
Powell doesn't live on base. He rents outside, just outside Rock Creek, and he goes, "Send one person. In fact, no, send 3 people. In fact, make sure they're all fucking armed because he knows Powell's probably didn't live."
Yeah.
But yeah, Beck is coming back into his son's room, and he's looking at the son's painting, just wondering, like, you don't know your kid, dude. You're a terrible fucking father. But now Quinn is here with fucking Paulie. Man, who the hell did you piss off in the military? We talked about. I didn't do anything. I definitely didn't hire a guy that's
Ex-military.
ex-military. He's like, yeah, but look, my guy in DC did a sweep for anyone looking to at my operation.
I feel like he would have been a lot better off lying here and just being
Yeah.
like, Reacher's in the 110th?
Oh no,
What? I didn't know that.
yeah,
Paulie
but
hired him.
yeah, definitely. But right there, he's like Reacher. He was at
Or he could have
110.
just said Duke hired. He'd be like, well, Duke is the one that brought him on. I didn't even interview the
He's
guy.
like, yeah, exactly. It's definitely Duke, because it wasn't me, and that's why Duke's dead for. Yeah. But Paulie, go put a bullet in his fucking head. So basically, he figures out that 110th is investigating him. Reacher was in 110th, and as you said, the Beck should have been like, what the fuck? It wasn't me. But yeah, Reacher hopped out. He's fucking sprinting. What does he do? Grabs a fucking plow keys. Pretty smart. Also, small details. Fuck, what's he do? Shoots all the tires out of the cars. All right, cool.
That was pretty. You gotta appreciate how gangster that was, though. He just does these no look shots. Plap, plap, plap.
Because he's goddamn
Your,
Reacher.
your cars ain't going nowhere, sucker.
Yeah. Freaking busts out of there, and of course they're shooting at Reacher. Thing is, guess what, guys? He's got a fucking plow. No, I'm assuming bullets aren't cutting through a plow head.
I would assume not.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood. You never know. But yeah, Reacher, he's trying to get away, and of course, I'm sure we'll see it again. We talked about so far. We're 6 episodes in. They show the minigun, the fucking light machine gun, just freaking shoot at the son of a bitch. But he still gets away. Does some pretty good damage to the car though, because yeah, she goes back to her, Duffy talking to Billy, and you think the kid's gonna rat on Reacher. Reacher calls her. Yeah, the car broke down. Need your help. What's going on? Cover's been fucking blown. Was it the kid? No, somebody else. But what happens though? Reacher is talking to Duffy. A bunch of fucking 4-wheelers in the back, and shit. I gotta run. Start sprinting towards. And to Richard's credit, man, the fucker's putting in the treadmill work because he's sprinting. For a dude his
Yeah,
size,
now he looks like he's running for
for
sure.
a dude his size, he moves disturbingly fast. Like, God damn, that's even more terrifying. Fuck. But all right, so these guys, they're hunting Reacher, and of course, Reacher, man, he's behind a tree. I'm assuming a thick tree is pretty good cover for gunfire. Toxic, you would know more than me, but
I mean, I feel like it would definitely stop some small arms fires. I've fired a pistol into big trees before and it didn't go through.
yeah,
I've used trees as targets, as to hold up a paper target.
yeah,
So that's fine. I
okay,
think like didn't a couple of the guys have automatic rifles though? I feel like the automatic rifles probably would have
mm,
chewed through it. And here's the thing. Now, this is never fucking addressed. So if you shoot a bullet into an inanimate object,
hmm
2 things are going to happen. One, that bullet is going to shatter and go into pieces
hmm
and blow up the thing that you hit. So if you shoot concrete, what's going to happen? You're going to get pieces of concrete spraying everywhere. So if you
yeah,
shoot wood, what are you going to have? You're going to have a bunch of wood shrapnels. going everywhere, but that never seems to be the case.
Hmm.
They just go into the thing and just stay there like magic, like it was a
Yeah.
force field or something. So, I don't know, man. It would have been, you get all scraped up in firefights just from, bullets zipping around and hitting
Mhm.
things. You don't always get hit, but you always catch. I mean, I've got little scars everywhere from, just random shrapnel, flying around, even
Yeah.
with protective gear on, and
Hmm.
Richardson Reacher ain't got no protective gear on here. Also,
Yeah.
you can look at his weapon, you can see right there in that still, if you
Mhm.
zoom in a little bit more, you can see it's a prop gun.
Oh, shit, wow. Damn. Yeah. Well, that's, they don't wanna use live ammunition with poor Richardson.
Yeah.
But smart, what does he do, though? Richardson, good thing Reacher, he got a good shot, fucking shoots out all the headlights. Alright, cool.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah. I like too, and of course, instead of him because his big ass fucking sprinting, what's he do? Hops on the ground, starts, crawling,
Yep.
which
Also
again,
smart.
so,
Also
yeah.
smart.
Now,
Yep.
this part, again, I thought about you for this upcoming scene. I mean, he does a Predator, but, like, with this considering, I mean, I would just assume I'd probably get buck ass naked and you roll around in the fucking mud because he's still wearing clothes, but would making your
Well, the
face
clothes are
covered in
dark. The clothes are dark.
okay. I mean, yeah.
You don't
So
realize in the darkness how much your skin, if you're a white guy, how much your skin, like, glows and
hmm.
reflects light, so putting mud and stuff on yourself is pretty smart.
Well, I mean, I know he does his face, but shouldn't it be his face plus his arms too, or does he get his
Eh,
arms?
the arm I mean,
They
the
show
arm's
his
got
face.
the arm yeah, when he was low crawling, his arms
Okay.
kinda already got
Yeah.
muddy.
Alright.
So,
So, yeah, so, like, in this situation, if you were there, like, is this a smart tactic that you would do as well? I mean
I don't have Breacher's abilities, so I probably wouldn't try to fucking pull a Rambo and take these guys out one by one. I'd have probably just hauled ass,
yeah,
but, I might have tried to, like, lay down and, like, pop one of them, maybe cut someone's Achilles tendon or something like that if I had a
sure.
weapon blade, but I definitely wouldn't go in there after him doing this Rambo shit. But again, I don't have his
Well, yeah.
skill set, so, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Well
not bad, and I also don't have his size or strength.
well,
So,
yeah.
I'm almost
Well
50 years old. I mean, I can tune somebody up, but I definitely can't pull no special forces shit.
yeah. Well, I like here too, so, yeah, the poor hitman guys are just going through the fucking woods. Richardson Reacher comes up behind a tree, and again, for his size, he's disturbingly stealthy.
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Jesus Christ, man. And yeah, poor fucking guy. He just has a problem. I know it's a trope of like, hey, breaking necks in TV is over
Yeah.
exaggerated, but also with how big he is, I can believe he
I
fact that
believe it. Yeah, no,
yeah, he
I
takes from
totally believe it. I also like the next move where he just sneaks up behind the
look at that.
guy and just straight see, this is the great thing about Richardson and Reacher in this show. He murders people, like, he
Look at that
murders
shit.
them. He doesn't, like, wait for them to, like, and this is gonna be what I bring up tomorrow on Northern English Bastard stream when we talk about the 2 movies. Like,
Yeah.
and those ones, like, there's specifically in the first one, especially, that really cheeses me off. He throws his weapon down so he can go mano a mano with the dude. And Reacher would never do that. Reacher,
Yeah.
if you're trying to kill Reacher, he's going to try to kill you first. And if he has to cheat in order to do it, now he might lie about it like he did in season 1 when he took out the 2 Brazilian hitmen or whatever they were.
Mm,
And you know what I'm talking about? And then later she's like, "Did you shoot them in the back?" And he's like, "Yeah, this isn't the movies. Yeah, obviously I shot them in the back. They were trying to kill me." So, like, he doesn't give these guys a chance. He's
yeah.
just, like, going through them like Jason Voorhees in the woods.
Yeah.
I was waiting for, like,
Yeah, small thing as you said that as he's crawling through the fucking mud, his forearms are actually, all darkened from the dirt and shit, but
yeah.
yeah, but the
Well,
po that
that's you're trained to do that, when you go through, certain, even just basic training when you low crawl,
mm,
make sure if your arms are exposed, make sure in order to instead of trying to paint them up, you can just get mud on them as you're moving and, like,
mm,
cover yourself in dirt.
yeah. Yeah, so he grabs the fucking winch there and freaking right around this guy's fucking neck, and it just takes it fucking remote control, and this guy's all shooting around, and boy,
Yeah, I felt like this one was personal. Yeah, like,
this poor guy
he breaks the
oh,
one guy's neck, he stabs the other dude, but this guy, he's, like,
wants him to
doing
feel
this,
it.
like, Final Destination bullshit to fucking kill him.
This one's about sending a message to Quinn. It's like, "Here you go, you fuck." That poor guy, man, just, yep, britching. Yeah,
2
what you
weeks from
do?
retirement, that poor goon was.
Yeah. So Reacher's walking, and of course, there's only one store. It says laundromat right there, and walks in there, sees an older Chinese couple. How do you folks feel about closing early tonight? Well, he's a nice guy. Doesn't want a lot of cash because money talks, right? So of course Paulie's there. Paulie's looking there. Fuck. And what does Paulie do? Comes back into the town, looking around. He's like, shit. Which just a small detail, and maybe just his combat skill and awareness. But I mean, because zoom in on the fucking laundromat sign, it's out. It turned it down because
Yeah.
yeah, because had Paulie seen the fucking sign, what would be the most obvious place he would be going to?
Right.
And of course, they just had to show this right there because just to just remind you of like how I'm going to be doing some push-ups after this stream. 'Cause I feel so really terrible about my life. But so he's getting some his laundry done. They come back.
Gay.
Ah, boy, he's like, just another fucking line with Richson. Man, this is the best coffee I've had in days. Last cup I had came from a cat's asshole.
Look at the old woman's face. She's just looking at him like, okay.
I mean, he's not
Cool.
lying though, but yeah,
Cool story, bro.
it's the way he said it too. A cat's ass. It's the best coffee. But yeah, so back to the compound. Look at friggin' Quinn just enjoying slicing a tomato. A good serrated knife just cuts through the flesh of the tomato, and yeah,
Who
He's-
says tomato flesh? What kind of a sick bastard says
exactly.
tomato flesh?
Yes.
Just grab the tomato flesh, slice right through.
This actor playing Quinn, he's a sick fuck, man. I swear, like
They
every
definitely upgraded with the villains this year, haven't they? The
oh my
villains
god,
are definitely an improvement.
tomato's flesh. But yeah, go get your son. No, my son, leave him out of this. He's like, son, I'm sorry. He's like, what the fuck did I tell you, man? Just again, Beck, he just bitch matched Beck. Like, Jesus Christ, man. He's like, you know what, buddy, I've had a bad week. Need some entertainment, you know. You might help me take my mind off things. Sure. What's going on? There you
I'd
go.
like you to try to kill yourself a bunch of times. That'll totally
Let's play Russian roulette, man. He's like, son, no. He's like, sit the fuck down. You get a paint job on your kitchen. But he goes, this time it'll be more fun because we'll have a bullet. So apparently this isn't the first time he's done this shit. You sick bastard. But he's like, you've always had the power. Goddamn right, I've had all the power. And of course, what's he do? Points the fucking gun at Beck and go ahead. He's like, kid, you got a 20% chance to kill me. Even if you fucking do shoot me, I'm bulletproof. Because Reacher did the same thing. But either way, Paul is gonna fucking kill your dad, then Paul is probably gonna rape you afterwards. So
yikes.
yeah, go ahead and pull the trigger. You won't. That'll be your turn. So what's he do? He's like, man, he's like, I want this. Go ahead and do it. But of course, he pulls a freaking gun once, pulls it twice, puts it down, but he does talk about ears, and he wants a matching set. And I'm like, oh man, that's fucked up. But we don't see it, so I'm not sure if he's gonna get the second ear. Back to Duffy. So yeah, found him naked playing with a couple of geriatrics, Billy, and Reacher's like, okay, here's the bottom line: is we got to friggin' my cover's blown, and she says we're out of options. What we should do is just call in some backup, raid his warehouse. Reacher's like, there's no fucking point because now all the guns would have been moved. He knows I know about the operation, and it's not going to work. And of course, Teresa, she could be anywhere. Fuck it. Let's call the ATF. But he's like, and Reacher says, none of his men are going to talk because you got kidnapping charges, murder on a government agent. He's like, that's federal death penalty. So, and they're mentioning there's a place called Port Rome because the burner phone kept calling from Port Rome, Port Rome, Port Rome. Okay. He's like, he knows where it's at. It's was it Teresa's on the Sweet Marie. All right, and of course she's like, you think she's there? Yeah, it's anchored away off the docks from other boats. Seems pretty obvious. Let's go for a swim. They get out fucking swim, and Reacher's like, she's like, you okay, Reacher? He's like, yeah, it's too fucking tight. Like, you poor big bulky bastard, fucking too tight, man. But so Teresa was there. They just can't find Teresa, huh? They got bad luck. They're always one step too late. This fucking douchebag, he's driving on his boat, comes in there, and guess what? Reacher and Duffy are waiting for him, and Duffy gets into a fight scene. They're going back and forth. And Reacher's like, don't look at me. I'm scared of her too. They knock over a lantern. Now the fucking boat's on fire. They come back up and she's still hitting this guy, hitting them and smacking him on the ground. Next, Reacher takes he's like, fuck you, bitch. And Reacher takes the axe, puts right into his foot, and the guy's screaming, tell me what I want to know. He's like, but we have to get off this boat before, the fire hits the fuel tank. And of course, Reacher's like, yeah, well, you better talk fast. Tell me everything you know. I don't know shit. McCabe was paying me $1,000 a day to be babysitter to Teresa. And what's his operation? What's going on? I have no idea. And he's like, he doesn't trust anybody. And she's like, Reacher, you think he's lying? He goes, yeah. If I was Quinn, I wouldn't tell this asshole a thing. Okay, I told you my information. Get me off this fucking boat, Duffy. What do you think? I think this captain should go down with this ship. They leave the fucking guy. You two are great people. And of course, he's like, fuck you, Reacher. Fuck you. And we have Reacher changing and just I couldn't capture I wanted to, but, get to see some nice Alan Richardson butt cheeks. He's changing, talking to Duffy, and he's like, "Man, you're having a hell of a lot of side glances for a person that doesn't want interpersonal relationships, and you're breaking your code there, lady." Okay. Reacher, how often do you do shit like this? Every so often.
Every so often. Funny you should ask.
But she's like, "You're so matter of fact, just like, we have no one inside. When's operation? We're screwed." And he goes, "Well, we got somebody inside. He just doesn't know yet. I'm assuming the son Richard. I'm not sure what this upcoming scene meant or dialogue, but he goes, "Okay, Duffy, get your sunscreen out. We're going to LA." And that was it. And is there something in LA? Because Neely's in Chicago. So who does he know in LA? And that was it. So next
I don't
episode,
know. I don't know what he's talking about in LA. I don't know what that means.
that's why I was kind of like lost on as well. Cause like we're going to LA and I'm like, okay. Yeah. So overall, I mean, I think, yes, a solid episode. I mean, some good action sequences, especially Reacher going all fucking Rambo. We get to see just how fucking psychotic, well, more psychotic Quinn is. Yeah, like you said, some small nitpicks with the Neely scene. So far, Neely, as you said, she's in it, but she hasn't been girl bossing it and taking over. I thought the fight was pretty good between her and the two the gunmen there, where she's holding a gun, like you said, and making it realistic. But I think a solid episode. I mean, we only got like two more to go, I think. And that's it. Any insights or criticisms about it?
I mean, I said my criticisms about some of the stuff. I mean, I'm gonna have to just accept the fact that they're gonna shoehorn Neely in as often as possible because it's a TV show and they expect to have. You can't really, or at least in their mind, Amazon can't really completely translate the books into, you know, marketable television material because you can't just have one guy and then have brand new characters because if they're going every season's going to be based on a book, they can't have one guy just going from place to place and having new people every single time. People want more consistency, or at least that's what the studio thinks that they want. I mean, I don't really think it's that big a deal. They didn't need to bring Finley back in season 2. They didn't need to shoehorn Neely into season 1 and now season 3. Um, but I get it. It's fine. It's not, at the same time, while it's a double-edged sword, because if they were to have somebody portray Reacher exactly how Reacher is in the books, people wouldn't like it. People would not like this show, or at least they wouldn't like it as much as they do, because even people who are the book purists like me enjoy Richardson's adaptation of Jack Reacher. And people who don't know the books, they enjoy Richardson's adaptation of Jack Reacher. So it works both ways. So that was smart. So I guess you have to kind of take the good with the not so good. I won't even say bad, the good with the not so great, like whatever. Beyond that, no, I think this is really, I heard another YouTuber say they thought that this episode was the best in this season. And I would not be, I wouldn't be in a position to
Mm.
say that that's not true. I think that's probably pretty accurate. Is
Yeah, I
this
like
the
this one.
best episode ever? No. It
No.
has its flaws. It's really showing. I don't know if they're doing it on accident or on purpose, but they're really making Duffy look bad. Like Duffy looks like a bad cop. Like bad as in not competent, not bad as in like on the take or anything like that. But like she does not seem well in the brain. Like she's just all over the place doing silly ass shit. And she wasn't written that way in the book either.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure. Yeah, whatever, dude. Like I told you,
Yeah.
I'll outline all the difference between the book and the show when we're done. If anybody's interested in it, we can do like a supplemental episode, or I can tack it on to our last one, whatever. But I mean, it's very interesting that they've taken this route with her, because she's at one time she is endearing to the audience for the way that she acts and how passionate she is. She's also fucking retarded. She does a lot of retarded shit. So it's kind of hard to get behind and just be like, dude, are you
Mm.
serious right now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say this is probably the strongest episode of this season. I don't know if you'd agree with me. Maybe you do. And
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, sorry, it's freaking messenger going off. And then,
No, it's okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
no, no, like you said, it was, yeah, no, I was like, solid episode. I mean, like I said, there's always small criticisms with Hollywood versus real life, but they get most of it right. And yeah, I think we're definitely building up. I mean, eventually we're gonna have Reacher fight Paulie, but just showing Quinn's a fucking good villain. And even people said, as I said before, so far these 6 episodes, I'm liking this season a lot. All the problems we had with season 2, I feel like this season is kind of, like even when I was on Drinker's channel, the guy Ryan said that, the team effort, he's still on a team this season, but this team is just better. I don't know, because his only team is Duffy and Billy, and they're just kind of side characters. He's still doing his own thing. He's still kind of like, in a sense, he's technically on a team, but he's still being Reacher. He's still Reacher's, going fucking Rambo and Commando and killing a bunch of guys. They still keep the R rating. And as you said, like that whole fucking fight scene, there's no like, like reading the guy's last rites or giving him some big speech. Nope, stab him in his fucking neck, kill a guy,
Yep.
break
Whatever
his
it takes
fucking
to
neck.
win. Yep.
Yeah, there's no bullshit like that. Yeah, I mean, so solid. This season, I like this season. I'm hoping they keep it up and
All right.
no
Cool.
criticisms. So,
All right.
all right,
I guess we'll see what's up next week. You can catch us next. I don't know if you're watching this, but
we're
we're
all
gonna
around.
go hop over
All
to
right, brother.
Nadia's stream.
Yeah. All right. See you later.